Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Friday. It's the end of the week, and boy, do I have a great weekend for you. This is NYNJPA Weather. Thank you for choosing NYNJPA Weather for your weather source. Now, basically, high pressure that's currently over the Ohio Valley is going to sit over the northern mid-Atlantic by tonight, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I can keep going all the way through Thursday. So basically, what you see outside right now is what you could expect all the way through next week. Temperatures are going to warm up as we get into a little bit of a warmer air mass, with temperatures rebounding into the lower to mid 90s by the time we get into Sunday and Monday and through the rest of the middle of the week. So while the temperatures are rebounding, the good news is that the humidity is not following. Unlike in July where the humidity was rather uncomfortable, this time humidity is going to remain relatively low with dew points in the 50s, which means the relative humidity is going to remain below 60 and 50%. So it really won't be all that bad. Yes, it'll be hot out, but it won't feel oppressive. So is there anything else going on out there? Well, let's take a look at the tropics. Well, the tropical Atlantic has really become extremely active. First, let's go check out Hurricane Danielle. Hurricane Danielle exploded overnight. As you can see, it has a perfect eye, perfect symmetry. The outflow is well developed. What we have here is a Category 4 hurricane. The winds are sustained at 135 miles per hour, and I expect a little bit more strengthening as we go on through the next 24 to 48 hours. So there is a potential that this hurricane could reach Category 5 strength. And you see that dot all the way out into the northwest corner of the satellite picture? That is Bermuda. Hurricane Danielle is moving towards Bermuda, and even if it's not a direct impact, well, with a Category 5 hurricane or Category 4 hurricane, depending on how strong Danielle gets, Bermuda could be in for some serious trouble. So what else is going on? Well, let's check out Earl. Tropical Storm Earl is looking a lot better this morning. Unlike yesterday where a lot of the convection died off because of some influences from Hurricane Danielle's outflow pattern, this time Tropical Storm Danielle is starting to intensify. It should start to really pick up strength over the next 24 to 48 hours. It's under perfect upper level conditions for strengthening and very warm water. So I expect Tropical Storm Earl to become a hurricane over the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, the important thing to keep in mind here is that Earl still has quite a bit of room to strengthen, and Earl also could become a major hurricane by the time we move into the middle of next week. And if that wasn't enough, I'm also going to be keeping an eye on two other disturbances, which I'm going to update on in the premium discussions of tropical threat analysis. We're having our last day for a free trial for 7 days, by the way, so check that out. Now, the first disturbance that's off the African coast is southwest of the Cape Verde Islands. It will likely become a tropical depression within the next 24 hours. This disturbance also has free reign as far as excellent upper level conditions and plenty of warm water. There could be some inhibiting factors from the development of Earl further to the west. However, for the most part, I expect this disturbance to become a tropical depression soon and could become Tropical Storm Fiona by the time the weekend ends. Finally, we also have another disturbance that's currently over Africa. The reason why I'm interested in this one is also has a mid-level circulation, has plenty of convection, and depending on the timing of when it moves off the African coast, could have a potential to start to become better organized and develop into a tropical depression next week. So basically the tropics are log jammed. Where are all these systems going? This is a water vapor satellite picture. Basically what you're able to do with a water vapor satellite picture is get a better feel of the upper level pattern. You can see where the water vapor is moving and where the dry air is located. You can also see where the lifting and sinking air is in the atmosphere. Now first let's talk about Hurricane Danielle. Hurricane Danielle will likely get picked up by this trough that's moving off of the east coast. And as a result, it will continue to move northwest and then turn north and finally northeast into the northern Atlantic. Now, you notice that that storm that's over the northern Atlantic, that is the development of what we call a negative NAO pattern. an upper level low forms to the east of Labrador, and then a ridge starts to build into Greenland, and you get blocking. But what you also get is a central Atlantic ridge that starts to build towards the east coast. That is going to be very important because where Hurricane Danielle is moving is basically an area of weakness between the ridge that's building over the east coast. It's going to produce an excellent weekend for us, and the ridge that's over the central Atlantic. So initially I was a little concerned that Danielle might move a little bit further west because we weren't sure exactly where this weakness was going to set up. Now, once Danielle moves into the northern Atlantic and enhances this entire pattern, then we have to worry about Tropical Storm Earl, which will be moving into a favorable environment for strengthening. So you know it's going to become a stronger storm, possibly a strong hurricane. And depending on where it starts to move north is going to depend on where that weakness is. If the weakness is further closer to the coast, well, here comes Tropical Storm Earl. If it remains where it is now, where Danielle's turning, then Tropical Storm Earl, or possibly Hurricane Earl by that point, will be able to turn further north and east and stay off the east coast. And then our other potential tropical depression 8, which could be Tropical Storm Fiona, that one also will be able to track west, potentially moving north of the Caribbean Sea, which puts it at threat of to impact the Bahamas and the east coast again. And also, depending on where the weakness is set up in the atmosphere, Fiona could also impact the east coast as well. So it looks like we're going to have a very, very active time for the tropical Atlantic. High pressure may be over New York City and Philadelphia, but the tropics are alive and well, and looks like to make up for some lost time for a very quiet start of the tropical season. Thank you for using NYNJPA Weather for your weather source. Have an excellent day.